Yeah. Yeah. Was there a particular moment at the hospital that just touched your heart whenever you were visiting a patient?
Now, all of the patients that I visited, I probably have a few hundred sick kids underneath my belt as far as doing the charity work over there for Sacred Heart. But his name was Connor. He was only about, I would say, 6 or 7. He didn't have very long. And what's sad about it is, like when you're going in here and like you're talking to some of these kids, some of the nurses and all that, they'll give you the backstory on them and all of that. And I didn't get a backstory to this kid when I walked in there, and his family was there, and here they are, like me doing this work. The nurse asked them would they like a professional wrestler to come in and talk to their son. They don't know, they didn't even know I was coming, man.
Mhm.
They said yes, and I walk in there. So like you can already tell, like it's probably awkward or uncomfortable for everybody at that point because nobody's touched ground with each other yet. And sitting down for like those 30 minutes and like talking to him and his family, getting to know them, and then putting smiles on his face, and then like even his family got like really comfortable with me, and like we just started talking, like we never skipped a beat, like we knew each other for a while. And then after having like a great 30 minutes with their son, and like having him like play with the title, smiling and just talking about his favorite wrestlers, and just like how kids do, like they melt your heart. um his mom was out there in the hallway when I was walking out, and she stopped me, and she was like, I just wanted to thank you because nobody has ever came up here and took the time out of their day to come see my son and just interact and invest time with him like the way that you have. And she gave me an embracing hug, and it was like, I almost want to like go into tears at this point, and it's I'm holding him back because it's like we're having a heartfelt moment.
Mhm.
Breaks it down with like how long that he has, and unfortunately he didn't have very much more time, so I only got to see him probably 2 more times after that, and unfortunately he passed away. And I always carry like Connor in my heart, and like I always think about him. And then the irony of it is, like years later, I go wrestle in the Dothan, Alabama area, and I meet another little kid named Connor that becomes like a huge Jayden Steele fan, and it's like I don't know, the word Connor just follows me, but like I. Three of my biggest supporters come with the name Connor, and like like I'll always hold it right here, man, because it's dear to me. But that name just it's special to me.
Oh man, that's just very touching, the fact that you were able to do that for someone else. Why do you feel passionate about helping out in your community?
I just feel like the giving a gift of professional wrestling, and like this is gonna be an answer that's gonna be answered differently from everybody that you ask outside of me. My legacy is very important to me. My family crest is very important to me, and everything that Rocky Johnson and my old man have taught me throughout my training years, and even to this day, me asking my old man about stuff, that was one of the focal points that they like throw in there to do. And it's I got the gift of professional wrestling. Nobody else can provide that for me. That's the most passionate thing in this world that I'm passionate about. So, getting this gift given to me, what can I do to give back to my community to thank them for the opportunities that they give me to perform and be able to get to do what I love to do? And whether it was going to these mom and pop businesses, cutting a promo for them, just showing up my face and just being like, yo, Jayden Steele's here, da 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 da. These are some good people. Or just going to hospitals and visiting sick kids just to make sure, like, like if they can have one shitty day, then I want to be that one that gives them that great positive day, like a great positive will outweigh a lot of negatives. And just putting in all of that work and just being around that environment, it's who I am. Like it's what I love to do. So like I'm not going to go to the parties. I'm not going to go to the clubs. I'd rather go to that hospital and make that kid's day. I'd rather, interact with him and figure out why do you love wrestling? Like, why are you attached to this? Like, what makes you fall in love with this? What are you passionate about? And just sharing the love and passion of wrestling with each other.
That's what it's about.